going to do the Special Kettle today, which is this guy here.
You may know Steve Doudaklian for his shoes, but today we're here to talk coffee. Deal with the kettle.
So this is where they make coffee, and this handle's got to be bent a little bit, though.
And this is Armenian style coffee?
Well, okay. Armenians call it Armenians. Arabs call it Arabic coffee. Greeks call it Greek coffee. Albanians call it Albanian coffee. But they're very similar, okay? It basically, it originated in Ethiopia. I'm sure you know about coffee, you know?
And that's true. I do know a little bit about coffee. As Steve said, coffee has its origins in Ethiopia, with the legend of Kaldi the goat herder. In the 6th century, Ethiopians gifted Arabs coffee during their conquest of Yemen, and for the next 1,000 years, coffee spread throughout the Islamic world, reaching Armenia via Turkey in the 15th century, meaning that Steve's people have been drinking coffee now for over 500 years.
So we growing up in the Middle East, this is all we knew, right? This is coffee to us. So we put some hot water. Sometimes they start with cold water. I'd like to put it hot, just to kind of kickstart it. And growing up, I never drank coffee. I just didn't know how the hell they could drink this mud. I just didn't drink coffee, you know? Not American coffee, Armenian coffee, or no coffee, period. When I met my wife, I went to Middle East to meet the family in Syria. She's Armenian also, but she's from Syria. First week I was there, I had 20 cups of this. Because everywhere you went, hey, you want some coffee? I'm like, okay, let's have coffee. Because to me, it was mud. It just acquired taste, you know what? Yes. I mean, you can't just have one and say, oh, I love it. You know, it's not like that. So depending on however many cups you're making, that's how many you put in the kettle. If there's 2 people, you put like 2.5 to 3 cups because water evaporates it, you know? So now, basically, there's 2 of us. I like to drink more than 1 cup, so I usually do 2 cups when I'm drinking it.
Depending on where you are and who you're talking to, the preferred type of coffee ranges wildly. Some believe dark roasts are the way to go, others like medium roast. Some like the natural processed coffees for the fruity notes, others don't. The honest truth is that there is no one real way, except for the grind. As you'll notice, we're using pre-ground coffee. Armenian coffee requires a fine, powdery grind that most grinders are not capable of producing. The traditional method is to pound the coffee with a mortar and pestle, but since most people aren't like this gentleman, pre-ground is the easiest.
So for the longest time, I had a hot plate that I was using to make coffee, right? Hot plates didn't. This one's too big. Hot plates didn't last too long with me, right? It just basically, you know, it would break. Something would go wrong with it. It would take forever for it to warm up. So after a while, I'm like, you know what? I got this propane thing. I use it for camping. I'm like, why don't I just bring it here, use it? And sure enough, it stuck. So this is what we do for coffee now. And it's rather quick, you know. You don't have to wait too long. So that kind of started the whole process of coffee drinking. And majority of the time, it's a social thing. It's not like, oh, I'm craving coffee, I want coffee. No, it's not about that. It's about sitting down, chit-chatting, you know, talking about old days, you know, what you're doing for today, what your plans are, you know, stuff like that. It's more of a social thing rather than just, oh, I need to have coffee. All right, let me grab that spoon from over there if you don't mind. So per person, per cup, you're supposed to put 1 heaping spoon of coffee, right? So, and this is your refined coffee. It's like powder almost, you know? So we're going to put 3. We'll do a little more. It's okay. There's more coffee in there. All right. Now, I got a bunch of kettles, right? This is kind of fancy kettle. A friend of mine from Chicago sent me this. His name is Dan. He's like, man, you need a proper kettle. Like, That's all right. Don't worry about it. Kettle's kettle. You know, he goes, no, you got to use this one. So I've been saving it.
Invented in the late 1500s, the Jazve is a long-handled metal pot with a wide base, matching opening, and tapered neck used to make the suraj. Typically made of copper or brass, it can be made from silver or gold, as well as stainless and ceramic. The Jazve is used throughout the Middle East and is the oldest coffee brewing device.
Now, once you starts kind of rising up, okay, you're supposed to do it 3 times. Remove it off the flame and mix it. Remove it off the flame, mix it. Because what happens after a while of, see how it rises up? If you don't take it off the flame, it will boil over. So once you do this a couple times, it'll stop rising. It'll just start percolating a little bit, and it won't rise anymore. So
if you look closely at Steve's technique, you realize it's one of subtlety. It's smooth and nuanced. He brings the coffee to a bare boil before pulling it away from the flame.
And you're done. That's it. And coffee's ready.
He calls it percolation, which is apt for his technique, allowing the water to filter through the coffee, drawing out its essence.
Let it percolate a little bit and you're done. That's it.
Depending on who you talk to, the technique for this style of coffee varies. Some percolate once, others 3 times. While bringing the surge to a boil will increase the froth, don't let it boil over. Once finished, turn your cup over into the saucer and read your fortune. And if you're trying to woo an Armenian woman and she makes extremely bitter coffee for you, then you won't need a fortune teller to let you know that the outlook not so good.
So, okay, it's coffee time. All right, now we get to go on the porch. Let me go get some cups.
With the brew complete, it's time to hang out, light up a cigar, and enjoy the afternoon.
What time is it? Coffee and cigar time?
That it is. In the follow-up video to this, we'll take a deeper look into the goings-on at Bedo's Leatherworks, as well as Steve's background and his musings over coffee about life, shoe repair, and how his family came to America. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch our videos. It is greatly appreciated, and we'll see you next time.